Good morning students, welcome to your science online class. In the last video, we have already started the chapter bones and muscles, and we have done different types of organs and what are the organic system, and together which organs are working and they are doing different functions. Though all the organs are different from each other, but they cannot be excluded from one to the other because they are joining together to form one particular duty of our body, isn't it? So today we will start with the skeletal system. We will read about the skeletal system, number of bones we have, and what are the different functions of the bones. The skeletal system, page 51. All the bones in our body forms a framework called skeleton. Without the hard skeleton, our body would collapse. Now see, if we do not have a framework in our body, not in our body, not even only in our body, if anything will be built without any support. When we build a house, what do? We used to make the first structure with iron, isn't it? On that we used to use brick and cement and sand and clay, etc., isn't it? So the framework of the entire structure is very important. If we do not build our building strong, then what will happen? It can collapse anytime. So the same thing is applicable for body also. If your body is not enough strong to stand, to work, to move, to do activity, your body will collapse, isn't it? So that framework, that structure is made with the help of different types of bones, which is known as skeleton. The skeleton gives the body its shape and strength. It also protects the brain, heart, lungs, and other soft organs inside the body. So see, in our rib cage, our heart is protected, isn't it? Our brain is also protected with strong skeleton, isn't it? Here we will read, in this chapter only we will read about the different bones in our skull, and finally the heart and the lungs, they are protected, as I have told you, inside the rib cage, and other soft and delicate organs which are very much sensitive, which should be protected, highly protected, isn't it? They are safe inside the bony cover. Bones are hard and are different shapes and sizes. So bones does not mean only what we think about bones, a long one with two different phases. Not like that. Bones can be of different size and shape. For example, the leg and arm bones are long. So these bones are long, as you know. See, if you stretch your hand, it is a quite long one. From here to here there is a bone, and again from here to here there is bone. And again our fingers and our palm is separated, and there are broken bones, different parts bones are there. So bones are of different length also. Not only that, all the bones are same. So bones of our hand and leg are long. The chest bones are thin and round. We know rib cage, if you have seen, the rib cage looks like this. They are the curved one, isn't it? Yes, like this. And this is the main part where the cage is connected, and the bones are like this, isn't it? So they are thin and curved. Curved means which is twisted. It's not straight, isn't it? For example, the chest bones are thin and round. The bones in the head are flat and round. See, when we will read, what is the shape of our brain? Our brain shape is like this. So there cannot be a square or a straight bone, isn't it? So the shape of the skeleton and the bones are also in different shapes. And the bones is in your little finger are very sharp. See, these are the beginning. How can we fold the little finger into three parts? Because in these three parts, different three bones are there, and which are connected by tendons. That we will read later on. The skeleton of an adult is made up of 206 bones. At birth, you have more bones, but these joins together as you grow into an adult. So, 206 is the ultimate number of the bones in our body, but when you grow, the number of bones are more, and slowly as you grow older, these bones used to join together, and finally we have 206 bones in our body when you grow adult. As you grow bigger, new cells are added to your bones. So new cells are grown, and that is helping the bones to join together to form a big one. And they also become longer and larger. So when they are joining together, they are becoming longer. Suppose two broken bones, two small bones like this. Okay, and when they are joining together, they are becoming a longer one and a thin one. So like that, as you grow older, as your age increases, these bones is to join together to form a big and longer one. New cells are added to your bones and they also become longer and larger. Bones are hard and tough on the outside, but they are soft and spongy inside. So bones are inside part of the bone is very spongy and soft, the jelly-like material that we will read now, and the outer part, because that is protecting the soft and delicate inside part. Why the bone is given? Because it is also helping the organ inside, isn't it? So outer part is very hard and strong, but the inside is very soft and it is spongy. The inside of a bone contains a jelly-like substance called bone marrow, where the body's blood cells are produced in our body. So we have red cell, white cell, and different types of blood cells are there that used to grow in this bone marrow. Bones are living and can mend themselves if broken. So bones, they are part of our body and they can mend themselves if we give proper diagnosis to it and if we give it rest to it. Sometimes it happens we break our bone of our hand and leg and it gives us lot of pain, but it will slowly repair inside it because it is having that much capacity. So this is all about today. Next day we are going to start with different parts of skeleton. Lots of drawings are there in this chapter. You are going to get it. I will do one separate class. I will take one separate class of drawing because I need to explain it because you need to see how we are drawing. That we will continue with the remaining videos. Next day we will start with page 53, that is parts of the skeleton. Thank you very much.